Good morning students, welcome back to the e-learning platform of the GS College of Commerce, Vadhavan. We are going to start today the commercial banks as a first chapter of the fourth semester monetary economics. Earlier we have seen in the monetary economics the syllabus as well as the paper pattern. Okay. Now from today onwards we are going to start our syllabus. So before that we should know what is the bank. Before we will see the commercial bank, we should know the banks. See, the bank is what you better know. And every individual has a certain level of transactions with the bank. He approaches to the bank for whatever the reasons, okay, and generally the reason will be accepting the deposit, okay, or withdrawal of the money which an individual has deposited, okay. So basically the basic function of an individual is what he approaches the bank for accepting for taking for depositing the money, or he actually goes to the bank for withdrawal of the money, okay. So this is basically an individual who normally does the banking with the bank, okay. He normally approaches the bank for this particular purpose, okay. Sometimes he approaches the bank for depositing the check. When an individual deposits the check, what does it mean? He is actually depositing the certain amount of money in the bank which is in the form of the check, okay. Similarly, an individual actually takes the demand draft from the bank. So basically an individual approaches to the bank for the certain banking function. So in everyone or every individual's life, the bank plays an important role, okay. And if you are talking about the history of the bank, it is not it is actually this banking history is as old as the humans, we will not say as old as the human civilization. But when an individual is actually doing the certain work, when individual or the society works in an organized manner, when the society is settled in a certain place, and then they start their living, then basically same manner after the barter system, then basically after the evolution of money, then the banking function also developed, okay. So when we talk about the banking or the banks, what is basically the primary function of the bank? What does the bank does? The bank actually performs the task of accepting the deposits from the public and lending the money to the public. This is actually the fundamental function of the bank, okay. If we are talking about its definition, what the definition says about the bank. Bank is an institution of keeping, lending and exchanging etc. of money. What is the bank? Bank is actually an institution, it's an organization, okay. And if at present scenario we are saying this is actually the organization which is in the form of the joint stock company, okay. So it is an institution which is actually performing the task of keeping, lending and exchanging the money, okay. So it keeps the money, it exchanges the money and it lends the money, okay. So this is actually the primary function of the bank. Similarly, if we are talking about another definition, what the another definition says about it, an organization whose principal operations are concerned with the accumulation of the temporarily idle money of the general public. See, when an individual approaches the bank for depositing the money, basically, see, when he has certain amount of an idle money, that is his savings, he actually saves in the bank. Because if he keeps this additional money or idle money which is with him, it may be possible that he may spend this money. So basically, for keeping it for the future sake. An individual actually keeps this idle money to the bank, and this is actually the source for the bank, which is source for the bank. Okay, so an organization whose principal operations are concerned with the accumulation of the temporarily idle money of the general public. Okay, and after accumulating this fund, then what the bank will do? The bank will utilize this money for giving the loan to someone who is in need of the money. Okay, idle money of the general public for the purpose of advancing to the other for expenditures. Okay, so if a businessman is approaching to the bank for the loan, say, from where the bank will lend it? The bank will lend it via the money it is deposited by the public. Okay, so this money will be given by the bank to the person who is asking the money, okay, in the form of the loans, and the bank will actually charge the interest on that amount which the bank has given to the individual. And when the bank is taking or accepting the deposit from the public, what the bank will do? The bank will give the interest to the person who is actually depositing the money. So fundamentally, what is the task of the bank? The bank's fundamental task is accepting the additional or extra money from the public and giving that money to the public. Okay, accepting it in the form of the idle cash, or it is in the form of the deposits, and giving it to the public in the form of the loans. Okay, we will see, or we will discuss this in details in the later part of the chapter. Okay, now see what are the different types of bank. There are the many different types of bank, but we are actually dealing here with the certain today. Okay, the first one over there is the central bank. In the banking setup, the role of the central bank is very important. Central bank is actually the apex financial body or apex financial institution of the country. This is the apex financial institution which actually via its monetary policy controls the monetary environment of the country. Okay, the central bank is the authority to print the currency. The central bank is the authority to have the control over the monetary environment via the monetary policy. We have in your syllabus the central banks, which we are going to see in details. Okay, so here the central bank is actually the bank, apex financial banking, apex bank of the country, which actually controls the entire banking setup of the country. Okay, so central bank. If we are talking about the central bank in India scenario, the Reserve Bank of India is the example of the central bank. Now we are coming on the next aspect, that is the agricultural bank. Okay, as the name itself suggests, agricultural bank. What is the agricultural bank's task? To provide the short-term, medium-term as well as long-term loan to the farmers for their agricultural needs. Okay, these agricultural needs comprise of what? These agricultural needs comprise of for buying the equipments or for doing the cultivation task also. In India, if we are talking about the agricultural bank, the NABARD is actually the apex bank in terms of agricultural finance. Okay, so NABARD actually does not give the loans to the individual. Via its other intermediaries, the NABARD provides the financial assistance to the farmers. Okay, so NABARD, agricultural banks. Now we are coming on the next aspect, that is the industrial bank. If we are talking about the industrial bank, see, the commercial banks, basically there is also the commercial banks. The commercial banks actually fulfills the requirement of the short term as well as the medium term finance requirement of the businessman as well as the industry. But industry is having the long gestation period, And industries functions actually in case of the industry we are talking, there is actually the long gestation periods of the industries. So the industries require the fund for the long term basis. Okay, so to fulfill the requirement of the industries to provide the long term financial loan, or to provide the long term financial needs, basically the industrial banks are set up. So basically the industrial banks functions are what? Industrial banks functions are to provide the medium term as well as long term loans to the industries. Okay, if we are talking about the industrial banks, Industrial Development Bank of India, IDBI, ICICI, basically these are actually the industrial banks of India, which provides the long-term loans to the industries. Now we are coming on the next aspect, that is what? The exchange bank. Exchange banks. See, the exchange requirements are for what purpose? The exchange requirements are in terms of the foreign exchange or foreign trade. Okay, we need the fund there. Okay, so the basic function of the exchange banks are to provide, basic functions of the exchange bank is to provide the finance who are actually dealing in the foreign trade. Let's see, exchange banks are those banks which deal in the foreign exchange and specialize in financing the foreign trade. So their basic function is to provide the finance for the foreign trade activities. Okay, so there is actually the exchange bank. Now we are coming on the commercial banks. Commercial bank is what? These are the banks which performs the functions of accepting the deposits from the public, giving the loans to the public. Similarly, they create credit in the economy, credit by their credit creation function. They also performs the general utility functions, okay, general functions, and the agency functions, which we are going to see in detail. So there are these, today we had discussed these banks, that is the central bank, agricultural bank, industrial bank, exchange bank, commercial bank. If we are talking about the types of bank, there are other types also, which we are going to see in details, that is the public sector banks, private sector banks, savings banks, cooperative banks, and others in the next video. Thank you.